Hello everyone, my name's Bobmich and welcome back to some more Star Citizen. I hope you're all having a good start to the week. It's been a while, but now it's finally very close to that time for the first open PTU wave for the Star Citizen 3.5 Alpha and the outer space goodness that comes with it. So whilst we're going through this video, you can watch me stealing a Big Benny's machine for my 600i. Today's video doesn't have a top secret information pack leak or anything in it. There are of course leaks and such out there on the interwebs, and even though I'm not Eva Carty and I don't take part in the ND8 Alpha, I'm not going to link any of those bits and bobs in here because I like to maintain that kind of integrity. What I am going to do though, since we're so close, is go through the roadmap with you and the various features we've got coming into the game very soon, as well as what I'm personally looking forward to, besides being able to dive back into making some great Star Citizen content for you all again. So to kick off with, on the image here of the roadmap from subreddit user Odysseus1992, who does a sparkling job of updating this thing all the time. And first we've got another mission offering NPC by the name of Tecia Pacheco, I've probably said that completely wrong, who's going to be performed by Katrina Nair. We don't know much about her at the moment, only that she is an Art Corp within Area 18, and is very likely a member of the Otoni group in-game, who is in competition with Wallace Klim, the NPC who's in the Alpha at the moment, deep under Levski in his little lab. So it'll be interesting to see if we get some kind of mission hostility between them nice and early. Next up, we've got two major parts of the game engine, and that's the DNA face customization and the playable female characters. These have both been a long time coming, so it's going to be great to finally see these get implemented. I have to say, I'm one of those stereotypical male gamers who tends to use the female main characters a lot in games, in MMOs and things like that. However, because I'm so used to the male counterpart in Star Citizen at the moment, because we've had him for so long, it'll be interesting to see if I do decide to make that switch. We'll have to see when we get hold of them. The new character customization is going to be really popular for letting people really let loose with their characters' looks. CIG have already done a bunch of videos showcasing how this tech works, including one in particular I remember about how they made objects like helmets and masks work with it, to show you how they mould around the new heads, because when they first did it, it looked really strange and quite funny. If you search that, you can probably find it on their channel. The next big thing is obviously Art Corp itself. If you've been into Star Citizen and living under a rock between this alpha and some of the earlier ones, then Art Corp is very much a parallel to Coruscant from the Star Wars universe, in that the entire planet is covered with city infrastructure. And from the pictures I've seen, we don't have much in the way of parks or woodland in the open on the planet, so it's all city and it's a giant no-fly zone. We will have the old Area 18 landing area on the planet to visit as well. This used to be an area in earlier builds that we could go to directly from the in-game menu until it was removed. It had shops and things like that there. However, it's now being implemented onto the world itself permanently. And this is the area that's going to house our new mission NPC, as well as various shops for weapons and armour. Likely another ship rental shop with different ships in it compared to Teisa Spaceport or Teacher's Ship Shop on Levski. And likely other features that will be added in later as well, such as the passenger flight service that we see at Teisa Spaceport on Hurston. We also get Art Corp's moons added in. These are Lyria and Wala, hopefully I pronounced those correctly as well. Early screenshots show them looking very pretty, and both future hotspots for miners as they look mineral rich. Lyria has oceans, although they are not water because it's not a breathable atmosphere, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of composition they are, if it's liquid methane or nitrogen, maybe even liquid oxygen, you never know. Next up is lots of game engine improvements, so the flight model updates for AI, those tie in with something very important later, as well as systems heating and overheating, more AI bounty hunting missions, scanning improvements, AI distress beacons, which could be interesting bait and switches, new vehicle radar, quantum travel improvements, new group systems, VoIP and FOIP changes, weapon damage changes, and delivery missions to Art Corp and its system itself. This brings us onto the ships. First on this list is the Ursa Rover Fortuna, which is a green skin of the Ursa for St. Patrick's Day this year. It's still currently available to purchase if you want one from the RSI site, although you can't buy it with the Phoenix package, the Phoenix Emerald package, I apologise anymore, I think they've sold out of those. After that is the Hornet F7C Heartseeker, which we saw at Anvil's Day in the Anniversary Expo, was shown not too long ago, and it carries a slightly different red paint job and a weapons loadout. We finally get the long-awaited Origin 300 series reworks for 3.5. This is something I'm massively looking forward to, seeing as it's well established that I'm an Origin fanboy, and the new 300 ships are looking particularly nice to round off my little fleet of Origin vessels. So just like the Anvil Hornet model, we saw the new model during the anniversary event on the Origin Jumpworks Day, and this model is going to be outfitted for all variants of this series, so the 300i, 315p Pathfinder, 325A Interceptor, and 350R Racer. Good stuff. Finally for ships, we've got an addition of the variants for the MISC Reliance, so the Tana, the Sen and the Mako. The Reliance kind of grown on me since I've flown one a few times, however it's still undecided for me being a content creator if I'm going to pick up one of the Mako variants, which is the news van, because I'm a content creator, so we'll see. Next up is weaponry, so the Banu Singe Tachyon Cannon, the Gemini S71, the Galanson GT870, the Tarantula RV and the Kastak Arms Coda. I'm not going to dive into these here, as I'm likely to give them their own pieces and little deep dives later, especially the FPS weapons, because I like doing those little videos. We've got more game engine changes finally, so fixes for disconnects, fixes for OCS, a better projectile manager, and most importantly the new flight model. This is blatantly going to be huge for a great many reasons and is looked forward to by a lot of people. Again, it's not something I can really go through here, it's going to have to be something that we go into detail with when I've had a play with it, when lots of you have had a play with it, and I can demonstrate it for you all, so and give you better feedback for it. So atmospheric flight especially, and what it does with the larger ships. So again, it needs demonstrating if you're not playing the alpha yet. So there we are, a quick rundown of what we've got to look forward to in the coming weeks. I'm hyped to be able to start recording new content for you all to showcase what's coming and explore it with you and the guys from Sync and Citaro and Board Gamer if we can snatch him. Personally, to be a bit biased, I'm really looking forward to pretty much everything, to be honest. The fact it's more new stuff to sink our teeth into because I've basically been on a hiatus from Star Citizen, so I don't burn out on it. And just last night I fixed my vanishing HUD bug that I've had for a long time now, that I had thanks to some help from Spectrum, and I dived back in taking my 600i out of Hurston and just flew around for a bit, and it was like sinking back into a comfy armchair after some very stressful times this year so far. It was genuinely relaxing to just fly around for a bit, so being able to take my giant Origin bar of soap to these new locations is something I'm very much looking forward to. Not to mention flying its new and improved little brother, so the new 300 series as well. There's a fair amount to get through and I genuinely cannot wait. So what is it you lot are looking forward to? Let me know in the comments and such, and let me know if there's something specific you want me to go into detail about. You know, maybe there's a specific feature that you want me to cover. So thank you for watching. It's almost time for the PTU. I can't wait. I hope there's some of you that can't wait either, and I will see you around in the verse.